All right, so today we're going to now work again on the flowers, highlight them, give them a bit of shape. And I have here cadmium red medium and white. So we'll start round brush, cadmium red medium. I'm gonna put some white in it. We'll see if this color works. If not, we'll change the color, add something else, or add something, another color in it. But I think it will work. So to highlight now, because we're highlighting, we will see the shape and the direction of the flowers. Let's start with this one here. So we can highlight a little bit like that. Take a couple of brush strokes. Don't want to highlight the whole thing. Give it a hint. Let's do this again. Maybe a little bit more white. Some of them are really pink and some of them are medium tone, kind of. They're not all highlighted the same way. All right. And some of them are actually in, so you don't see any highlight on them. I'm not putting strong highlights on all of them. Some of them I'm just putting a hint of a color. I'm adding a little bit more red. Oh, that's nice. You just want to give them a shape. Okay, good. And I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but I will zoom in if you like and show you how I'm doing this. Okay, I'm going to zoom in. So this is something like this. And I usually try to highlight just the top, not the bottom, not the whole thing, maybe part of it. If you highlight the whole thing, it might look a bit too round, too uniform, you know, just kind of make it simple. Think where the light is hitting.
What direction is the light coming from, the left?
Top down.
Oh, the top.
Yeah. I try to change the value if I find that it's too dark and I can't see the whatever brushstroke I'm putting in there. I highlight it. I make the color more pink if the base is too dark. And the other way around, if the base is too light and I cannot see the brushstroke, then I darken. It's a hint. It's nothing that's, we're not actually showing actual layers of the flowers, just a hint. Now I go back and adjust the color. Because, you know, when acrylic dries, it dries darker or lighter, or especially when you're using white, the kind of the color loses the beautiful intensity. Okay. All right, we're going to highlight a little bit more after. You know, I don't like to jump into strong highlights right away. So I let it dry and see how dark, what the value is, and then I go back and I adjust. Boy, it's a lot of flowers. I'm getting there. The weather is nicer today.
Beautiful. Very nice out there, actually. I certainly kind of lost our sun, but it's very pleasant. You don't need a jacket, but it's
it is.
Humid. Your daughter's going up north, I think you said. I hope she has good weather up there.
I hope so. She's going to pass by and pick up the car. Now it's looking like this tree is the focal point. With all of the highlighting that we're doing. And darken a little bit more red in the ones here in the corner. Not too much highlight. Now this part is dry. You can see it's drying darker. So I'm going to put a little bit of white and make a pink color and highlight a couple with pink. Okay. is. Right. I'm going to pause. Okay, now for the leaves. I have sap green, cadmium yellow light, and I have some red in here and white for the flowers. I'm going to take a little bit of red, tiny bit, tiny bit, and add it to the sap green. I like to do this with sap green. It just makes it a little bit more earthy. And yellow, mid-tone yellow, not too much, not too much highlight. And let's maybe a little bit more. Okay, now this is where I am going to show the leaf. We'll take our time. Before with the midtones and the darks, we don't have to do this, but with highlights, it'll be nice to show the leaf, the shape of the leaf, especially because we're highlighting. Some of them will be kind of flat, some of them kind of on an angle. And in kind of different directions if possible. Add a little bit of white. I'm adding a touch of white because I want to see if this is going to bring it forward. Yeah, this is good. It's drying darker. Yep. All right, so let's take our time. Maybe change my brush to a smaller one. Let's see if this one works. going to go a little bit darker in certain areas. So just to show shape of the leaf, but darker, because you don't want all of your leaves to be the same color, too light. You want some of them to be darker. It creates depth, an illusion of depth. So these ones here are darker than the ones in here. And now what I'm going to do is take some of the dark ones, no, darker ones, not dark, darker ones, and I'm going to kind of put a couple in between the really highlighted one. Because when you have a highlighted one, too much of a highlight, you're going to end up with, if it's too dark around it, it will look, it doesn't look, it looks too heavy, too strong, from dark to light. So if you have in between, kind of, it will buffer. It's like a buffer. It's like a softer look and much nicer look to have different values in here. This is not bad for a very inexpensive brush that doesn't even have a name. You know, it's working very well. Wow.
I have a couple like that too. I think I wonder where I got these. They're pretty nice they got, but they're not labeled at all.
Wow. I'm now highlighting some of the ones that I did in the medium, but because there's a medium tone value first, it's when I'm highlighting right now, it really blends in very nicely. And I'm not taking my highlight all the way in, just kind of the tip of the leaf. Let's take a break. All right, so now we've done most of the leaves. We don't need to do more than that. I am mixing Naples yellow, ultramarine violet, and a touch of raw umber. So Naples yellow and ultramarine violet will do. Don't have to use the raw umber if you like. And I am kind of adjusting the sizes and the doing some negative painting right now, cleaning up, opening up some areas, make it less heavy. Go in between. I don't think I need to do it everywhere, but mostly on this side. Check yours and see where you think you need to add, adjust the shape. Okay, so a little bit here. That's too much, just too much and messy. It's a little bit messy in here.
Al, is there a particular shape that you should when you're putting the holes in?
For that wall?
For the wall to show through, is there?
No, no. As long as it doesn't have a sharp line, it's you go in between the leaves. You make like here in this corner here. You see this corner?
Yes.
Okay, 1, 2. It's see, I'm leaving a little bit so it shows it's not a straight line. It's not like going like just there's no specific shape. Just look at the bush and see where it's heavy.
But if you're doing it in the middle of the bush.
Okay, so it's in here, let's say, or in here.
Yeah, in
right?
the middle.
Okay, in the middle. Okay, so I'm going to take a round brush. Okay, that's the color of the wall with a bit of ultramarine violet. And I'm going to open up this area here. As long as the opening follows the shape of the leaves, it goes around.
Oh.
In between, but there's no specific.
Okay.
No specific pattern that you need to follow. So you're doing this. We're doing this. We're negative painting to shape the positive. So in between here, I'd like to show more the twigs. So I'm going to clean up in between, and this way I can see the twigs more. See how now they're clear? I'll show you down here.
Oh, yes.
Okay, I'll show you down here. So I'm shaping the positive using negative painting. So here, I like this shape of the twigs, the way. So what I'm going to do, the way they look. So I'm going to clean up in between so I can see them more. If I clean up in between, I can see the twigs clear.
Mm.
Did you add a little white to that?
No, just Naples yellow.
Okay.
Naples yellow with a touch of ultramarine violet, because Naples yellow by itself is quite yellow. Let's put some here. And another one down here. Yep, that looks good. whatever I see a cluster that is too strong, too much, I open it. But I'm opening these slowly. You know, see this part here? It's quite dark. I can leave it that way, or I can add a bit of the color of the wall. And also here. And when I add the color of the wall, if it's a big one like this, I try usually to, let's go this way. Okay, I try to add a little bit, a smaller one next to it. Okay, good. All right, now I did add a color which is dark here, which is Naples yellow, ultramarine violet, and a bit of raw umber. So now I'm mixing Naples yellow, ultramarine violet only, and I'm going to highlight this, not everywhere. Give it a bit of highlight. So it looks like the flowers and the leaves are casting a shadow on the wall. Same here. This is the same here. Let's do this. Okay. I'll try to follow the shape of this flower that's hanging in, out. Okay, let's do this some here. Let's put some touches of highlights in there. It looks like the leaves are, you know, you could see the wall from between the leaves. See how these little dabbles of light gives the impression that the light is seeping through between the leaves. This is not going to work. We're going to do, I'll do brown, actually. I'm doing the same thing. I'm using white with the raw umber and the ultramarine violet. I'm going to do the same here. I'm going to highlight parts of this. Again, it shows that light is filtering through the flowers, and the flowers are casting a shadow over this part of the wall, or I'm sorry, the frame. So I highlighted the frame of the door a bit, certain areas, not everywhere, certain parts. So next week we'll start working on the cat and the bird and and this too. Oh, geez. All right, I think it's enough. We've done a lot today. This is good. Let's take this out. It's good. All right, one more before we finish today is highlighting the leaves or petals on the ground. Same color. cadmium red medium, white. All right. Same thing with the green. I'm going to put a couple of green, light green in there too, on the grass. Just a couple. In the reference, there's no light green in there or green, but I think it adds a little bit of a spark. It's nice. It's interesting. You can add as many as you want. And here we go. Right. Sap green, red, and a little bit of yellow. We'll add the purple next week. If you want, we can do also this part. We can do the same for the wall down here. Clean up. Also in here on the left hand side. Because we're going to be adding flowers in here. So yeah, that's good. All right, let's clean up this one here too. It's actually more opening up than cleaning. Just opening up this cluster. It's a bit too heavy. Some red, green, sap green, and I'm just going to put some give it a bit of stems in there, movement. Great, good. We don't need to put too much work here on the one in the front because we don't want too much attention. It's enough. And here we go. We will have to do a cat, bird, and this pot next week, and the lantern or light.
Have you already given the pots a base of color, or that?
Oh yes, sorry, you're right. This one, yes,
yeah, okay.
Yes, and these both of them. We're gonna.
Okay, they both have to be done. Okay.
Yeah, it has to be done. Yeah. If we'd want to do a good job, we should put a handle for the door. Yeah, so little details.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this is where we're at this week. We did a lot. Next week we will start putting some little details. The finish painting the pots and put the light, cat. Maybe if we can put a bird in there, that'll be fantastic. The handle for the door, and we're done.